Hi guys, Digital Demon here again, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. September 9th, 9:52 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Ah, Phoenix, look! Ellipses? Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the public prosecutor's office yesterday. Question mark? He told me that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So you're saying I'm going to be guilty, end of story. Ellipses. I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie, to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All we can do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth? You've changed. Phoenix? You know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. For Phoenix? Well, court will be opening for session soon. What? But wait. Your defense attorney isn't here yet. He's not. I'll be defending myself. What? Okay, let's do this. September 9th, 10 AM. District Court, Courtroom Number 1. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honour. The defence is ready, Your Honour. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honour. I will be defending myself. Understood. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of another witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Let's do it then. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fay? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man. And besides, at the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that was needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanour. Ellipses. Great. He gets to show off and I got nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Call. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Your name. Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my lordships confuse? Name. These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I am CEO, or, to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. Ellipses. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder? Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Ahem. Why tell me what you already know? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your testimony. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and that I'm the last man standing? Oh. I hope you have made peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Ellipses. Let him have it, Phoenix. Witness testimony. Witness's account. Let's see. It was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly perusifying, that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction, and then it was all over. If things occurred as you testify, I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination. Witness account. First thing I want to highlight straight away is when the victim darted out the way. Looked across the way and I saw him, spiky-haired man, long hair, needless to say. Me, yeah. I was surprised, of course. She ran away. Let's press that. Can you be a little bit more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende, I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I'm always abso-positively perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. The victim ran to the left and you gave chase. That's what we wanted. Because I believe in May's testimony, dodge to the right. Objection. Wait right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran to the right. Ellipses. Oh. It is simple. You have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim was here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would be running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Very strange. I did see her run to the left, I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run to the left. Though he did witness the killing? Wait a second.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honour?
Miss May says right. Mr. White says left. Can you explain the contradiction to the court?
Both are right. Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. Ha, I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There's one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts.
What?
Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Rubble.
Mr. White, what do you mean?
Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel.
If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been?
In the law offices of Fay & Co, of course. Rubble. More specifically, he was standing here. Pretty much where the killer was standing. This is where he was. Look, when the victim ran for the door, he was watching from this point. It would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes of ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Rubble.
Order, I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, are you suggesting...
Rapscallion? The postulations of the defence are a distortion of the truth, Your Honour.
Indeed. They do seem a bit far-fetched.
Ellipses? Ho. You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing. The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more?
Very well, let's hear your revised testimony.
Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. Witness testimony. She ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she ran first to the left. That's when you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? Didn't it say we've only hit her once? Well, that she has only been hit once.
That does seem to make sense.
Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony?
You bet I will.
I mean, yes, Your Honour. Straight to you hit her twice. Straight to you hit her. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what you see. You hit her twice. Now I believe single blow. Died from a blow. Is that close enough?
Objection!
Yep. Apparently it is. Mr. White. The victim died from a single blow.
The ellipses.
What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told the court you were abso-positively-lutely perfect?
I will refrain from using that phrase from now on.
Your Honour, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honour. I would like to request a 10-minute break.
Yes, quite.
The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honour.
Yeah, we want justice, rebel. Don't let him get away, rebel. Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony.
The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this one, White.
Mr. White? Oh, okay. The two accounts. Witness testimony. Grump. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard the thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. Her killer, you attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran to the door. That's when you did it with a single blow. Thwop. Thwop indeed. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination.
Mr. Your Honour, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over.
Ellipses.
The thing fall. No, that's what we want. What thing? No, nothing's been mentioned here. You heard that thing fall. What exactly was that thing?
Huh? That. The glass light stand.
Right, the one that was fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, doesn't something about that strike you as odd?
Yeah, very odd.
Yeah, this is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White.
Huh? Well, what?
You're saying you saw the glass light stand?
Yes.
Then change your testimony to reflect that.
So, sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course.
A light stand was lying on... Wow, I want to press him on that. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. The glass stand was lying on the floor. That's the first I've heard of this. Why didn't you tell us about the stand before?
Well, why? Me? Well, I was instructed not to. Wait. One moment. Give me a minute to gather my thoughts. I'm so confused.
White's fallen apart. Your Honour, please, I ask that you do not allow the witness to be badgered any further.
Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness.
Yes, Your Honour. Edgeworth is on the ropes.
Very well, the witness may continue on his account.
No, we're back to the light stand. Is it the floor plans? Yeah, you wouldn't have seen it. Present? Yeah. Mr. White, it is impossible for you to have seen the glass stand.
What?
Look at this.
Those are the floor plans of the scene of the murder, yes?
Correct, Your Honour. Now, look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you will be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White? What do you have to say to that?
Ridiculosity.
Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There is no way you could have recognised the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been before the moment it fell. And the only place you could have seen it from is inside the Fey law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
Yeah! Rubble.
Mr. White?
Ellipses.
Mr. White,
Ellipses.
you did it, didn't you?
Ellipses. Mr. Your Honor, I miss me ellipses.
Heh. Looks like we're about to get our verdict.
Objection!
That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What? Ugh, I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White,
Ellipses.
I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now?
What?
I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap?
Rubble.
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way that this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do? Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who? No, you wouldn't. Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct?
Ellipses? Correct! You are most correct, Miles.
Give me a break.
Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. law offices. That is when I saw the accursed light stand. Rubble.
Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honour. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like to believe that Mr. White was the murderer.
I see.
However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to the office well before the murder took place. He went to place the wiretap. He could have seen the glass stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is.
Rubble.
Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretap.
Leave it to me.
I feel faint. I'm the Digital Demon. This is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Catch you later. Bye.